Welcome everybody to the live tonight for AEW. Only one, AEW. It's going live for you for later zone time. Cigarette? Yes. Get back with that, baby. Baby, cigarette bag and everything's right here. Hey, what you need? Cigarette? Right there. Right into the side pocket. Right there. Yep, I just put it in there. Yep, that's the lighter. And the cigarette stuff is in the bag. Yeah, everything's in the bag. Oh, okay.
National reinforcements tonight in the United Empire to take on the Don Callis family and Kenny Omega reunites with the Young Bucks, the Elite in action.
Good.
Kenny Omega
Glad you get what's
sitting down with Will Ospreay and Renee Paquette later on tonight, but now Kenny Omega.
No, straight up, I love you.
Check out the action tonight.
Glad you get what's back. They have a podcast. You know that? The three of them? Called Being in the Elite. They love that podcast. You think he's watching it?
Possibility.
Yo,
You never know.
so, I'm telling you right now, you just to hit me up, dude. I'm like, babe, you realize who that is? That's the true wrestling god. That's not JBL.
He is stepping into
True wrestling.
played by Don Callis. Absolutely, and Don Callis is the greatest at laying traps. So, the Ospreay's definitely got some good backup coming his way, though, Shabani.
Oh, you heard JBL say that one day. Said to JBL, he goes, if you're a wrestling god, you say you are. Why don't you come prove it?
What?
Prove it. It's like, why don't you come face me? You know, the real god of professional wrestling.
Next month, 99.9% of professional wrestlers will do it. If they have a huge match coming up like Ospreay does, you gotta keep competing. You gotta keep wrestling.
Said, I'm a man who technically, was told he'd never be able to wrestle again. Now, I'm looking at me still doing what I love to do. I hear you. I hear you.
In Japan coming in as reinforcements tonight. Free fans are so glad you're joining us tonight for Dynamite Live on TBS HBO Max.
Yes.
One is just on the horizon 1 week from
Excalibur. Wow.
From the Iron Door, Wembley Stadium.
That's a legendary. Holy hell.
Wrestling town, as you know it very, very well. Great fans here, and they are really pumped for content. Absolutely, for decades, this has been an amazing.
You know what I actually do wish would come back to wrestling? That was pretty damn good. I don't know if you remember him. Remember this team at all? Inc.
That would be awesome.
Shannon Moore and Jesse Neal, they were a good team.
Oh, yeah, they most definitely were.
That's taking credit for the success, not just of Will Ospreay, but for Kenny Omega as well.
You know, Jesse Neal was actually on an episode of Big Brother. Oh, you seen that episode? He goes, that's some wrestler was on now, Big Brother. It's like, that's Jesse Neal, dude. He goes, who? He was like, that's Jesse Neal.
Can focus
It's like you don't hear him saying Jesse. That's Jesse Lee.
It's easier said than done. Yeah, it is.
So you definitely know your fighting, kid. It's probably a little better than I do.
Say what they think of it. Ron is a massive legend, and I'm sure Romero King.
Somebody's holding up a sign that Kenny Omega would agree with. Don Callis sucks, it says. Kenny Omega would agree with that sign.
Okay, so you're July. Pat. So you and Billy, this is your Halloween madness thing. You and Billy killed Pat Benjamin. Benjamin. Patrick, you and Billy killed. Sorry, you killed Patrick Bate man.
Bateman?
Yep. Now Billy, I don't know how he did it, but he killed Chucky.
First legal action of the match.
It's July 8th.
Oh, shit.
Now, Dale, I sworn with Freddy Krueger. Wait, no. Yeah, no. Dale's the. Hold on, I think it's like
Dale's?
Oh, the 12th. Hold on. Sorry. Jason Voorhees. I swam with Jason Voorhees.
Swam with Jason?
SWAM.
I swam with Jason.
Jason Voorhees.
Crazy kid.
Okay, your wife is. I laughed at Pennywise, and I do. That's fucking hilarious. I laughed at Pennywise. Your mother-in-law, me, my mother.
What's mine?
Yours is you killed Patrick.
That's a baby. That's funny.
Now your mother-in-law, me, and my mother. I ate cookies with Norman Bits.
Norman Bates?
Yep. Mama ate cookies with him. Teddy is just August 8th, 12th, right?
No. I was 17.
Oh, okay. I slapped. Oh, God.
And your cousin. They're the same day.
Okay. Therefore, they slapped HANNIBAL LECTER.
Let me read this.
1618. What's up, one viewer? Welcome to live.
Oh, hell. I slapped Hannibal Lecter. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Whose birthday is in Anybody, any family in November? Tell me.
He passed, but Uncle Billy was November 7th.
Okay. Oh wow. Don't get mad for what I'm about to say.
Uncle Billy's probably is hilarious.
I was killed by Chucky. Uncle Billy got killed by Chucky. Okay, so I get it. No, I get it. Look at Chucky killed Uncle Billy, and our son killed Chucky for killing Uncle Billy.
Uncle Billy was a huge Chucky since.
But you don't get it. You don't get it, honey. Okay? Chucky killed Uncle Billy. Billy got mad and killed Chucky. That's fucking badass. How it went like that. Anybody in June? I mean January, the beginning of the year?
January?
Yep.
Learn
how to get 4 lines of AT&T wireless $25 per month.
I know Renee's is in March.
March what?
You ready? Just right?
Precisely what day? I know it's March.
And I can't tell you exactly what day it is.
Okay, wait, I got one for you. Sean's is July 14th.
July 14th. He killed off the crown.
You bastard.
Well, okay, let's put it this way. Okay, Aunt Marie, which I still consider an aunt, even though I'm not talking to Robin because that's still Joanne's aunt. Aunt Marie, I cuddled with Cat. His birthday's in May. Oh yeah, Chris. I slept with. Oh God, really, Chris? Chris slept with Jason Voorhees.
A blue hell?
This is just. It's just.
Not that you would, but you could. Nissan, Consumer Guide's most awarded brand 5 years in a row.
April birthdays?
Yep.
Give me one.
April 20th.
Okay. I had dinner with Freddy Krueger.
That'd be you. Crazy.
With Layla.
March 14th.
March 13th.
14th.
I got drunk with Art the Clown.
Crazy kid.
I think Billy's more crazy. He's the one who killed a serial killer.
On TBS and HBO Max, a massive trios match at International Fair to kick off the action tonight. We'll illustrate reinforcements from United.
I like to see her do some crazy crap like that. She loves Dr. Fun. She goes, I'm thinking, you're a crazy kid.
Quickness by here to get out of the way. What an elbow drop. Well, Kate realized that he was trying to get over there and take one of his partners in and shut him down. Through the body, through the leg, at Brian Kane. He's walked with it, and that's him up. Here's comes Anare. As at home inside a rugby field as he would inside a wrestling ring, and he is taking the fight directly from Kane. The ropes.
Oh, God. My buddy Dale, my boy Dale was May 14th. What's his?
Hold on.
I'll laugh at that one. I guarantee it.
May 14th.
Yep.
Take another
May 14th. I slept with Art the Clown.
He's like, I ain't trying to do that. That's how we feel. That's homosexuality. No, thank you. I'll take no part in that crap.
But probably get a kick out of him because only Halloween like joke things.
Oh yeah.
These fans are into this, and this just an opening match here tonight. Made on both sides after a match. Here's the train in. The free agency three of his own. Over first by Romero. Straight powerful elbow strike. That nothing back. Captain Brian Kane. Great quickness by Osprey and athleticism. Remember, seconds from the corner. Please come. Steps up empty. Gets away. The strong elbow strike. The cover. Using his length, using his reach to break up the pinning predicament. Getting 11 days until smooth and swift in the traction. Classic toe. He needed was one. He won't back down there. He won't back down. The moment drop. From 1-9. Brian K's on the way. Discus Larian. Johnson, Osprey.
What's up, two viewers? Welcome to the live.
Great teamwork. Start break teamwork.
First, take an old cassette tape, then place it in hot water for a few seconds. Then, carefully take it out and bring it straight to the workshop. Now, remove all the screws from the cassette, one by one. Carefully open the top section and remove the reels, the rubber parts, the tape, and all the other internal layers. For DIY lovers in the US, this is a great way to give an old piece of technology a completely new purpose. Next, cut away the raised plastic sections. Now take an old mobile phone battery and carefully solder one wire to the positive terminal and another wire to the negative terminal. Apply some glue inside the cassette and securely install the battery inside. Cut the wires to the required length and remove the excess. Next, take a power bank charging circuit and make a small opening in the cassette using a mini grinding and sanding bit. Then install the circuit board into that opening. Solder the battery's positive and negative wires securely to the power bank circuit.
Cannot get soon.
Yeah, I want to it.
Cannot get here soon enough.
I got a week.
And the weight of a nation rests on the shoulders of Will Ospreay in 11 days' time.
What, Johnny?
Sunday.
You gotta look for it. I think he's smoked motherfucking stubs on this one.
See if there's any functional email.
And Ospreay with full crowd support. The fans here in Baltimore, I'm sure it's going to be definite in Wembley Stadium 1 week from Sunday.
He's really like those stubbies.
It's Saturday. Last week, the WWE International Championship will be on the line in a three-way match for Pro Star Kyle Fletcher.
Just in the volume.
Those games are catching right now on APK. Sending by this update.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada. Okada, last week we learned that at All In, Kyle Fletcher will defend his international championship in a three-way match against yourself and Takeshita. Now, Don Callis tried to put a positive spin on this, all but ensuring that the championship stays within the family. And of course, Kyle Fletcher was a little bit less convinced of this. What's your take on that?
Renee, I always say that nothing is more important than family. Unlike Takeshita, we have to leave the Doncast family because he was so selfish. And I'm confident that Kyle Fletcher is too smart to make the same mistake. He knows what I said last week is true. The only thing that matters is that the international title stays in the family. And if that means Kyle regains his title, I'll be happy for him. But it means I become new international champion. I expect Kyle to be happy for me. And he can raise my hand.
Clean that out.
Well, that's all we said. By Kazuchika Okada, let's bring in, ladies and gentlemen, the international champion, the AEW, Kyle Fletcher.
Proto start.
Kyle Fletcher against Joshua Task ahead of him at Wembley Stadium for 10th. I'm not one to question the man. Actually, I am one to question the management style of Don Callis and how he loves his family. I have not seen a Don Callis all day. I've heard rumors that he might be on a beach in Greece somewhere while his family has all this infighting going on. Is that a wise management style? You must have been some information.
Yeah, sure, it is, man. It's his family, have everything in order. I mean, maybe Don needs a little break on the beach he's reached, and he's earned that. I mean, that's international champion here, Colin Fletcher, who's looking great, raising up that title, trying to keep it all in the family.
So the Don Callis family could be 11 days away from losing that international championship if they don't get to catch them from Veils at home in London.
11 days away. Three-way match for the international title. I'm sure you heard what Kazuchika Okada had to say, that he would be happy for you to win the title. He expects you to be happy for him.
Solder the battery's positive and negative wires securely to the power bank circuit.
Okay.
Carefully arrange all the wires inside and close the cassette back up.
Tony, we're in the midst.
Reinstall all the screws one by one.
International title reign. Oh,
Now we can charge this power bank using a regular phone charger.
and I don't see any reason that it has to end anytime
Once the battery is fully charged, disconnect the charging cable and connect the USB cable to the power bank's output. Then plug it into a mobile phone. And as you can see, the phone is charging. This is a simple DIY idea for anyone in the US who loves turning old electronics.
do agree with that, Ash. You know, Don Callis, he has done so much for me. And I owe so much to him, and this is his plan, this is his design, and I trust him with all my heart. Yes, I do. So I'm willing to go along with this plan. Okada, you need to know your role members. If you're a man of your word and family is as important as you say it is, then you will have no problem having my back and making sure I retain the international championship. And there's one more thing that myself and Okada can agree on, Tony. And that's that we hate Konosuke Takeshita. Now, Takeshita, I don't know where you are right now. Probably still licking your wound after losing the G1 tournament. Congratulations, by the way. But I think you are the most selfish, narcissistic jerk I have ever met or had to interact with in my life.
Oh, damn.
We mentioned earlier that G1 Dynamite tournament it concluded in Canosa, Texas. He's back in AEW. And he's running away playing AEW International Championship. It has to me looks like he's fixing for a fight. Yeah, definitely you can see to catch his face. I think he's going to have a conversation here with Fletcher. The former champion. The of the current international champion. And enough love. And now he's lined up to catch him at the catch me. Ready for Takeshita. Takeshita. The power now. Nice counter by Fletcher. Fletcher counting Takeshita. Back and forth we go. Fletcher trying off to Kesta, their turnbuckle, but instead to Kesta. Kesta, he's not done. He's got Fletcher around. We could be one more raging fire away from Takeshita's next wave is international champion. We will find out. The winner of the O'Connell, let Fletcher high and dry. Yeah, yes. To be honest with you, I think it's a smart move. Stay out of the line of fire and wait till all ends. For Takeshita. All in one, it can't get here soon enough. But fans, we still have so much more in store for you tonight, including Continental Challenge, quarterfinals kicking off, Switchblade, Jay White, John Moxley, Princess Hera faces Nigel McGuinness. The Elite competing against the Don Callis family, a massive trio match, and coming up next, Renee McGuinness sits down with Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega.
You know what's crazy?
That we pay the kids price for kids that eat more than us.
Crazy, right?
Crazy. Want to get more done with one sheet? Grab Bounty. While ordinary brands can't hook up, one sheet of Bounty keeps working even when wet. Can your paper towel do all that? Bounty. Quicker, bigger, upper.
Typically, I'm trying to do my discussion post after work for you do work in your own time. I can complete work when it makes sense for me. I'll write my replies around Friday or Saturday. That's the educated ones kind of manage the lives for us. You have life changing everything for me. That's what I found at SHU. SHU.edu.
Things at work don't always work. But with Easy Cater, it always does. Connection unstable? Always comes through.
I think it's pretty good.
The presentation drags on. Easy Cater keeps things streamlined. Client canceled. Easy Cater always shows up. Every day works better with Easy Cater. Learn more at easycater.com. At your next big event, everything needs to feel just right. From the presentation to the products, Fort provides outstanding branded gear, guaranteed to show up sharp and right on time. Visit FortImprint.com.
This is the one that fits nearly everything and turns to Granger, who has almost everything. Few may see him, but he's the one that keeps it all on track. The industrial grade products you need. Call, click, or stop by. Great. Ones who get it done.
In case of everything, unsolved. They don't care about us. I believe in justice.
Partnering with one of the most ruthless mobsters in history, people living for it.
How did you get that? No rules.
Come on, Viv.
Mine's right. Situation on your mission will find stuff.
Why is it we have to?
Nobody knows this guy better than me. This is something.
John, here's the bill built a network of tunnels under that track.
That's it. We're searching for your teeth on TNT. Maryland, a great crowd on hand, and tonight they will witness the TBS Championship 4-way match final world. But earlier today, our colleague Renee McGuinness with both champion and challenger will meet 11 days from now at All In
London for the richest prize in our sport, the AEW World Championship.
Gentlemen, let's take things back to the very beginning, December 12th, 2015, PWG, your guys' first time meeting. What's your guys' first impressions of each other?
I mean, I was a New Japan fan. Of course, I know everything that Kenny was doing. I'm a big Kenny Omega fan back then as well. I didn't know his stuff in PWG, I might his stuff in DBT. So it was a real yeah, I was definitely out of my depth at that point. I mean, I was a skinny kid. I was just trying to make a name for myself, and I just wanted to try and make an impression, to be honest with you, and that's the main thing that I'm trying to get out of that.
Yeah, I try to keep my finger on the pulse. I try to educate myself, and I try to understand who the flavors of the month are, who the internet darlings are, and Will's name had been turning up quite often, so I was excited myself to face Will Ospreay at PWG. Was I blown away? Not that time, but I could see the potential.
Well, let's fast forward 7 years. AEW has come into existence. Will, you have followed Kenny's path. The wars have begun amongst the Elite, Chaos, United Empire. But then can you return to New Japan to face Will Ospreay at Wrestle Kingdom 17? What changed in Will at that point?
He was a complete different athlete. I mean, he went from being, like he said himself, just a skinny kid, to becoming the face of New Japan. He had essentially filled my shoes in my absence. So a lot of people looked at it as, well, this is Kenny Omega coming back to see if he can defeat the new face of New Japan, the new best guy team. But to me, it wasn't really that. And if you ask the company themselves, it wasn't really that. This was out of necessity. This is the Tokyo Dome we're talking about. Wrestle Kingdom, biggest show of the year. They needed to sell tickets. They needed buy rates. They needed people to have something to be hyped over. And unfortunately for Will Ospreay on his name alone doesn't do that. Kenny Omega's does.
I mean, Kenny talks about breaking records and smashing attendances. I mean, that's all well and good when you're building a company off of the broken back of guys like Tanahashi and Naito and Okada. And I'm not saying you didn't do your part, man. You smashed it. You was the man. But you never worked under the restrictions that I worked under, because your version of COVID and my version of COVID were two completely different things. The company went into nearly a recession. People were pulling funds and the boys had to take pay cuts. You, when you're doing your COVID, you probably did 3-hour drives. I had to do 15-hour flights. And then after those flights, I had to be put in hotels, no ticket in a blue closet for 2 weeks, not allowed to go outside. And then when I was allowed to go outside, you were performing to people in forced silence. There's a difference between me and you there, because you could never handle that type of pressure. You can never be in those type of situations. You were fine playing to all the AEW guys and wrestling to all the guys that are just around the ring. They're all marks for Kenny Omega, man. That's an easy day at the job. But for me, it was difficult. Half the roster was starving, man. Our hands were shackled together, yet somehow I and the United Empire and everyone on that roster were able to breathe life into New Japan Pro Wrestling. So please do not give me any of that attendance, any of that, because the reality is, you could never handle that situation. You can never be in those situations.
Make it sound like your situation was so unique. Well, we had the exact same situation here in America. Yes, I took the 3-hour drive. So what? The fact of the matter is, we didn't have fans in our arenas either. And the fact of the matter,
come on quicker than we did.
And the fact of the matter is, well, even if you had fans in the building, would they really have been that loud for you?
Okay, let me just interject here. Let's move forward 5 months past that to Forbidden Door 2023. Will has joined the Don Callis family.
Yeah. Look, everybody knows by now my history with Don Callis and the Don Callis family. When Don promised me gold, when he promised me success, and I started to see AEW Championship gold, IWGP Championship gold, TNA Championship gold, AAA Championship gold, I had no reason but to believe he had my best interest in mind, until I finally saw it for what it was really worth. And that I could become a cautionary tale for guys like Will, who I had grown to respect, who I had then found a common bond between myself and Will. We've been through similar situations, except he didn't have to make the same mistakes that I did. But of course, Will Ospreay knows better than you, right? And he just had to go and recruit Don Callis for the match. That was the rematch at Forbidden Door.
You embarrassed me. You came into New Japan and you tore apart my life in front of so many people that I worked so hard in front of, man. It was 80% you and it's 20% me, and I know that. You showed me no mercy, you showed no remorse for any of that. I still have scars on my head from when you DDT'd me into the top corner, mate.
And how is that so much more different from when you went into my backyard and disrespected my country, my homeland, when you disrespected me?
You deserved it.
You say that now, Will, but I don't think you're so proud of that victory, because if you really go back and you look at the history books, did I use Don Callis in that match at the Tokyo Dome? Oh, no, I didn't use Don Callis. But you had no qualms about using Don Callis in our match at Forbidden Door.
It keeps me up at night. Realize how much that keeps me up? 3 years has gone by, and I still think about that night. That was meant to be one of the happiest moments of my life. I climbed the mountain that was Kenny Omega. And instead, everyone online, everyone, is saying he didn't do it all by himself, though, did he? It was all Don Callis. So that victory meant nothing.
It was tainted, Will, but you know what? Here's the best part. Hearing you say that right now, it allows me to tell you, right here, right now, I forgive you. I don't hold it against you. Because hearing right from your mouth that you couldn't have done it without Don, that you couldn't have done it without a screwdriver, it's like music to my ears. It makes it feel like it's not 1-1. It makes it feel like I beat you twice already, and this isn't a rubber match after all. This is just you desperately searching to find any way to be on my level.
All right, guys, let's get to All In. You guys have both had life-threatening injuries this past year. I mean, Kenny, with your diverticulitis.
Okay. Yes. If it isn't you talking about the diverticulitis, it's Excalibur, or it's Taz, or it's Don Callis. I get it. My life changed. Things got complicated. I can't train the way that I used to. I can't move the way that I used to. I can't eat the way that I used to. But that forced a change upon me that made me a better wrestler. It made me a better person, because I had to stop using this and I had to start using this. I'm smart enough for it. But what about you, Will? Can you say you're a better wrestler after breaking your neck? Can you say you're 100% comfortable in your own skin, knowing that you had a surgically repaired disc in your neck? Wait, discs? 3, am I right? 3 discs in your neck? You feel confident after coming back from that? Challenging me, who's arguably at the best and on top of his game more than I've ever been? Wow. I'll hand it to you, Will. You have quite the confidence on you, quite the chip on your shoulder.
You know, Ken, hearing how much more words cut you deep when I said, it's a shame you're giving up on yourself. I couldn't help but think about that. Because when I talked to you at Dynasty, and I gassed you up and I said you were my hero, you hit it home for 4 weeks. And then the next pay-per-view, I said don't give up on that world title, and you hit it home for 4 more weeks. It's funny that the moment I tell you that you're giving up on yourself, suddenly there's this spark and there's this energy for you to go and succeed and go grab that world championship. And it's not because the words cut you deep, it cut your ego. Because coming from a guy like me, someone that you've never looked at as anything more, and you've said all the things that you've never seen me as your equal. You've always seen me as underneath, haven't you?
You make it sound like I'm going with the ego here, Will. Is it really me with the ego, or is it you with the ego? Because really, when you think about it, no, listen to this. When you really think about it, is it that you really wanted me to win out of the kindness of your heart, Will? Or did you know how much I was struggling on the inside? how much pain I deal with every single day of my life. I would have so that again today. You wanted me in a weakened state because to you, beating me was easier than beating MJF. That's bollocks. That's bollocks, and you know it is. I want you at your best. I want you at your most ruthless, because if I can't be that version of Kenny Omega, I don't deserve this. This is the biggest night of my life. Wembley Stadium, in front of my family, in front of my wife, in front of my mom, in front of my kid. This means so much more to me. It means so much to so many people. No Englishman ever has ever won a world championship on home soil. I have the chance, me, the guy that blew every single responsibility that no one then knew how to handle that responsibility. Now it's being put onto me. Without pressure. And like you said, every time I'm putting the pressure, I crumble. I can't crumble now. I have to be better than you. I have to do it away from Don Callis. I have to do it away from the Death Riders. I have to do it by myself. And I know I can do it because it's been a 10-year chase. A 10-year chase to try and be just as good as you. And I'm not satisfied with that anymore. I'm not satisfied until I beat you. And I'm going to do it with pride. I'm going to do it with pride. And I'm going to do it when it matters the most. The last time it mattered the most, Will, was 2023. At that time, too, you tried to do it on your own. What happened, Will? You failed. You failed. This time, in front of your countrymen, in front of all your friends, all your family, you're going to fail again. Except now, your mother at home is going to be... Hey, whoa. Come on now. Look, hey, all I'm saying is, there's a lot riding on this. Not just for you, but for me. And hey, when there's a draw, I still respect you, Will, and I still think that you're one of the greatest wrestlers I've ever laid my eyes upon. You bring magic out of me. And I know for a fact that even if you lose, your mom's still gonna be proud of you. What I worry about most, though, is that boy of yours might want a new hero after he sees me being here. That's right. Hey.
Kenny Omega, very low blow. Some parting words for Will Ospreay. 1 week from Sunday, the AEW World Championship match at All in London, Wembley Stadium. Omega, Ospreay. But still to come tonight on Dynamite, our main event. Gargantuan trios match. Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks taking on El Clone, Davis, and Doyle. Are right now the TBS Championship title match. This one brought to you by EC Studios and Lanterns on the HBO Max. Is a four-way match. TBS Championship. These are Shelley's instructions from Kanagawa, Japan. Let me say this before this match gets underway. Kenny, you have to push all the buttons and turn it into jazz. Y'all did. I got to respect what Kenny did. He kept his composure. I mean, Ospreay has his emotions on his sleeves. That's why a lot of people actually love Ospreay. But man, I'll tell you what. I mean, I give, if you're competing on that one, keep a score. I give that one to Kenny. Yeah, my opinion. Yeah, Will Ospreay very open about his family and how much they mean to him, and Kenny Omega effectively weaponizing it. Next from El Paso, Texas, for some reason, because it seems to have formed a very formidable tag team that may have disintegrated last Wednesday night. Let's take some comments here. Here's a couple of after Dynamite.
I can see right through you. You trying to take me out before I throw me? Oh, what you have to do was hold it in my eye, and you couldn't even do that. You're gonna have to watch me become the new TBS champion. 오마이갓, 나 싹이 떡스럽어서 깨우거나. 손나.
1 week ago, these two women were on the same team. Tonight, it's everyone for themselves. Trouble. Imperial Chris Statlander.
Chris Dynamite, former AEW Women's World Champion, former TBS Champion, picked up an impressive victory this past Saturday night at Collision. And we're up to this four-way match. Statlander very much going to have the deck stacked against her, running afoul of both Hikaru Shida and Persephone in recent weeks.
Yeah, Statlander looked great. She looked really solid. I think right now she's wrestling her best. And let's see if she can procure that title back around her waist. From Dallas, Texas, she is the team. Big as should be. Maya World.
Maya World feeling the confidence that a championship can bring, and earlier today, she had these comments.
I look at this title, I think about the last few months. No one expected me to be in the Owen finals, but I did that. No one expected me to be the TBS champion side to side all odds. And tonight, I faced three very dangerous competitors. Instead, I hope it comes down to this feud and me. Even then, I'll be ready for any and everything because it's my world now.
The strongest test for Maya World thus far of her TBS championship reign in these four-way matches. The champion always at a disadvantage because she does not need to be involved in the finish in order to lose the title.
Yeah, always dangerous when you're the champ in a multi-person matchup like this.
Fans, tonight's match is presented by DC Studios Lantern, Sundays at 9 p.m. on HBO Max as Persephone and Maya World gets started here. And Chris Statlander, the high round kick. Maya tried to catch a quick one on Persephone to try and get this match quick. I think that was spun by Maya.
We saw the comments earlier with Persephone and Shida, but they had worked very well together before.
Shida was looking very high up there. Chris Statlander's ready for it. And it was not so long ago that Statlander and Shida were working well together as a tag team, but Shida seems to be the piece that leads those doing those duos. Sensi Giri, though, sends the former AEW Women's World Champion, former TBS Champion, Chris Statlander down. The current champion, Maya World, sends Shida out of the way.
A lot of confidence in the TBS champ, and of course, she knows they can take out Persephone, they can take out Shida, to get right down to the two fan favorites here, Statlander and Maya World.
This is what Maya needs to try to do, is have one opponent in this thing to try to win the match. That's 200 her advantage as the champ. Persephone brings the champion down, and now it sends Maya World spilling to the outside. Persephone, she can build up a lot of momentum, not just at home in CMLL, but here in momentum. AEW is what? Statlander cuts that momentum off and drags Statlander off the apron, but Maya World holds over Shida. It's no much strike. Meanwhile, low behind her, Persephone. The running kick. Persephone out to the floor. Flies over, turn to the champion to the ring, but Statlander cuts her off at the pass. Shida and Persephone. It's again, meet Maya World on top way. And the TBS champion, woman standing.
What's so amazing about a four-way match is that you really got to have eyes in the back of your head, because you fight in front, someone attacks you from behind, like we're seeing right now.
And for Maya World, she needs to do what she's been doing. Be involved with anything physical amongst these other three athletes as the champion. Persephone playing the TBS championship. We find out as this match continues on Dynamite.
Baseball is on TBS.
All the pieces in place to play picture perfectly. Big name, big players going at it.
MLB steps into the spotlight on Tuesday's biggest stage. Where the best show feels bigger. And the brightest stars will shine. MLB on TBS.
Memories being made tonight.
Dodgers Braves, Tuesday's biggest stage.
We're doing our best to make sure every Whopper is your best Whopper. But we know mistakes happen, and we're here to make it right. If your Whopper isn't made your best, we'll remake your Whopper on the spot. And your next one's free. That's the Whopper guarantee. Because there's a new kid, and it's you.
At University of Phoenix, there's no tuition games, just fixed, affordable tuition, and you can take one course at a time. Get started at phoenix.edu.
My skin's always so dry. Leggings it is.
Try Olay Repair Serum Body Wash. It's the secret to lasting hydration with 10 times the moisturizers to repair your skin barrier. Go from dry to visibly hydrated.
Love the skin you're in.
Olay Repair Serum Body Wash and Lotion.
Most people call a lead filter and their gutters are clogged and they notice one of the many issues that can bring. You can get ahead of costly damage by protecting your home's gutters today.
Schedule your free inspection today. Call 833 Leaf Filter or visit leaffilter.com.
With Vinted, Robin turns her closet into cash. She easily sells the clothes she doesn't wear anymore. And with no selling or shipping fees, she earns more to spend on her next spa day. Are you ready for your pedicure? Download Vinted today.
Step 3. That's a problem that they come.
All right, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you had a great night.
I think we're going to ask them Christmas. I said,
And come back tomorrow.
there's really nothing much to do now at night. What is this, you guys? What?